Hi, thank you so much for joining. My name is Nilesh. I'm also known as Success Coach Nilesh. I'm a business coach, investor. I work with businesses, mergers and acquisitions, or working with business owners, CEOs, professionals like you, to help them, grow in their life, career, or business, and at the same time create the financial freedom. Now, today's session is all about leadership and career masterclass. And I'm so happy that we got so much good response that we decided to actually record the session and then send it across, because my Zoom capacity is only about like having 100 participants on a Zoom call. But this actually the capacity got increased, so we have to actually record the session and send it to each one of you. So I'm so happy, very excited. In today's session, you will learn primarily three things. How these great leaders attract the career opportunities, growth opportunities, career progression, and financial freedom. Very important part, financial freedom. So if you are someone probably working at a leadership position at one of the companies, or you are someone who are trying to become a leader in your life or in your business or in your career, wanting to get the career progression or the promotion, then you are at the right place in the right time. There's so many great things I have to share. Hopefully, this session will be, I'll keep it crisp so that you will get the exact knowledge that you're looking for. And if you have any questions, at any point of time, you can reply to the email where you received this video, or somewhere near, you will find a link where you can, directly connect one to one with me. There'll be a link to schedule a call with me. So I will highly encourage to schedule a call with me, so that if any questions you have, you can always ask. Now, a little bit about myself. As I told you, I work as a business coach, but that's now how I started. I come from India, as you can probably know. I work in UK. I came here as a student, but got did my education and then started working for a company. But this was in 2008 recession time, and I got laid off. Now I was fairly new to the country, so I started looking for new jobs. But because of the recession, there were not many new jobs, and nobody was actually taking my CVs. So sometimes in our life we hit that difficult part, and you have to figure out some new things. Because I was looking for some money, because nothing emotional, but we all need money to survive. If there is no job to earn money, I have to figure out a way to earn money, and the other option was to start a business. Now that's how I got into the business. Now first few months I couldn't get any clients. Now the reason for that, like everything I was studied, or I was studying, was all about theoretical knowledge about the business. But when I actually failed, building my own business initially, I realized that there's something which is not working. And that's where I came across, like so many of these great leaders in this world. I started reading their books, attending their seminars, and at the same time, like applying the practical knowledge. And then I realized, like there's something different happened here. My mindset had changed. And with the change mindset, I started applying the new techniques. And over the period of, just within 2 months, I was awarded for best newcomer to consulting, and, most outstanding achievements in continuous professional development. Now, those sort of things actually helped, boosted my confidence. Now, fast forward 10, like, 12 plus years now, I have coached like more than 100,000 people online and offline. I'm author of 10 plus books, a couple of books, maybe you can see it here. I was featured on many magazines. I work with primarily business owners to grow their business. Some business owners, they feel they're stuck. Couple of businesses I work with, they were in the business from last 4 to 5 years, not making any money. And while they started working with me, they started making like like almost 500,000 in revenue. Couple of other business owners, they directly work with me, CEOs and directors, so that I can help them drive their business forward. So one of our businesses was 3 million pound business. Now it has become 12 million pound business. So these are a couple of examples, and I'm quite blessed, like working with all these people, because these are all great leaders, and I can pick up some great things these people are doing. And all this session is all about all the lessons I picked up from all these great people. And these creative people, I actually work with them, so I know that whatever I'm going to share with you is actually has worked for me, work for my leaders, and that is the reason I'm confident that it is going to work for you. So let's get started. There's so many great things to do. Hopefully, if possible, take a pen and paper with you, so that when I rush through all these essential elements, you will know what to learn, and should be easy to apply for you as well. Now, before we begin, let me start with a small story. Now, this story is supposed to be somewhere from north part of the England. There was a person who applied for a job, The job was for the office boy. Now what happened? He got interviewed, and then the HR person asked them, like, give me your email ID, and then I will send you the offer letter. But this person, was fairly new to the internet, so he didn't have an email ID. So now the HR said, no, if you don't have email ID, you don't exist. So they didn't send him the offer letter, and this person didn't join. Now he was worried, what to do. So then he had some, like, 50 pounds in his pocket. So he was going to the supermarket, and he bought some tomatoes, and then he sold those tomatoes in next few hours, and he actually made a profit. And he liked that idea. That was the instant profit element. Now next day he went there with a lot extra money, again bought the tomatoes, again sold, and made some more money. And he did it again and again and again and again, and finally became a rich person. Now when he was a rich person, like, now he has like plenty of money, nice car to drive, and those things. Now this person was actually looking for some insurance. So now this time he called the insurance company told, like, these are the insurance options for you. And then finally they agreed on the insurance, and they told, like, ask him, like, tell me your email ID. And he said, funny enough, like, I don't have an email ID. Now the person on the call said, like, if you don't have an email ID, how can you become so successful? If just imagine, like, if you had email ID, what you would have become? And the man thought and said, I would have become an office boy. Now the purpose of the story is, like nobody nowadays has the don't have email IDs, but everyone has email ID. But the moral of the story, like, sometimes in a life we don't have certain things, but that doesn't matter. That that shouldn't stop you from what you're truly worth. Now in case of this person, because simply he doesn't have email ID, he didn't stop there. He didn't let the obstacle stop him from going ahead. He actually become unstoppable by using his intelligence somewhere else. And that exactly we are going to learn here today. Like, I share something called as launchpad model. In this launchpad model, you will learn how to apply these principles in life, to become a great leader. Now, once you become a great leader, you will be able to attract growth opportunities, career progression, and financial freedom. So guys, let's get started. I have some slides prepared for you. I'll quickly share my screen, and we can go ahead. Okay. So in a moment, I will start sharing my screen. Yeah, good. Hopefully, I guess you're able to see my screen. So now, yeah. So whole purpose of my passion is like helping people become unstoppable, probably in their life or career or business. And the way I do that, like, I work with people, figure out what exactly is stopping them, and what exactly they need to go ahead, and helping them to focus on the right things which actually matters. There is a saying that like, do more things that matters more, and do less things that matters less. Exactly same thing I apply with these people. Now as I told you, I became author of a couple of books. These are the books. Two of them are bestsellers. I was blessed to work with so many great companies, some of the Fortune 500 companies. I was so happy to work with them. Then some of the graduates from all these top business schools or top institutes in the world, they when they these people actually go through these universities, they get their jobs or start their businesses, but sometimes they feel they are stuck. And when they are stuck, that is the reason they come and work with me, because my job is to work with these intelligent people and take them ahead. Now I personally never studied at these universities, but I'm so happy that like I got the clients from these universities. Now, as I told you, like everything which which I'm going to share with you now has worked for me, has worked for my clients, and that exactly is the reason I feel like this is going to work for you. And exactly for that reason, I'm going to share with you something called as launchpad model. Now, what do you mean by launchpad model? Uh, See, all these leaders, they're looking for the making their life better or career better or business better. They all need three things. Now, we as a human being need plenty of things. We need a good house, maybe lots of money in our bank, maybe happiness, good health, and those things. But when these leaders are actually looking for the growth opportunity, they're primarily looking for three things, and you probably agree with that. These three things are they need access to knowledge, access to people, and access to opportunities. Let me rephrase that actually. Access to right knowledge, access to right people, and access to right opportunities. Now, at any given point, if you have right knowledge, right people working with you, and right opportunities, you will have unlimited opportunities, unlimited success, all those sort of things that you're looking for. Now, think about anything that you want to achieve. You probably need a right knowledge for that, right people in your life for that, or right opportunities for that. Maybe you're looking for growth opportunities, looking to make a joint venture, or maybe you are looking to handle your team better, or you're looking for more money in your life. Whatever it is, you will either need one of these three things. Either you need right knowledge, or right people, or right opportunities. Your problem doesn't exist apart from this. Now the question is, like, how to access these three things. How to access right knowledge, how to access right people, and how to access right opportunities. How can we do that? Now there are very specific skills that we need to attract these things for us. Now I'm carefully using the word called as attract. I'm not asking you to chase, because chasing is for all other people. My job is to help you attract those opportunities, and that exactly I do. When people work with me on these launchpad programs, I work with people on this career launchpad, or business launchpad, or leadership launchpad, or wealth launchpad. And in this launchpad course, I actually help people, to attract, right knowledge, right people, right opportunities. And there are certain ways, specific ways by which we can do that. Now, there are primarily three skills by which you can actually attract the opportunities in your life. Now, some people say, if you want a lot of success in your life, you need to do a lot of hard work. Now, I don't deny that, but there is very interesting word, and this. And when I say, you will say, okay, you probably know this, but you haven't thought that before. It's not about hard work; it's about smart work. You will see maybe a person who's working on the road, or the person who is building the road. He's probably working really hard, but it's not the hard work that is will give you the growth opportunities and success and money. It's actually the smart work. And how can you become smart? You become smart by primarily using three skills. So which are these three skills? So the number one skill that you need is the skill of personal branding. Now people have the knowledge of branding. They must have seen the businesses which are branded, or products which are branded. But there is something called as personal branding. Now brand is all about identity, how you are known as. And when we say personal branding, it's about how you are known as a person. Now, everybody around you, maybe your friends and family, or maybe your customers or suppliers, everybody, they have an image of you. Now, the way you are in real life may be different than what is the image they carry in their head about you. Now, whatever the image they carry in their head about you is your personal brand. Now, let's say you have a best friend. Next time when your best friend calls you, you might, probably immediately pick his call. But at the same time, there is somebody else tries to ring you when you're busy, you probably ignore that call. Now what happens? The best friend, it's sort of identity you have about that person. And that identity has got developed like over the period of, how you had the interaction with that fellow. So your personal brand is about your identity. You will have to create that identity for yourself so that people will pick up your calls. People would want to work with you. The opportunities, who people have, they will, call you and, ring you for the opportunities. That exactly happens, when you work on your personal branding. I never used to worry about that thing. But when I started working on my business with my brand at SuccessCoachNilesh, now what happens? People actually call me. They want to work with me. They want to create a joint venture with me. They want my advice on their business. That exactly way, I get my clients. Same you can apply in your life. Like you want growth opportunities. You want like financial freedom. Those sort of things. You want to attract right people in your life. You want right knowledge. You need to attract that information. And the way you attract is becoming a personal brand. Now, there's some very specific action we take to become a personal brand. And the more I can share with you in one of the launchpad courses, but just to keep the information, simple in this particular in this particular session, personal branding is all about, creating the image that other people will appreciate and will make them to call you to give you the right opportunities. Personal branding is a very specific skill. We develop that brand. Knowingly or unknowingly, people have an image about you. Your friends will have an image about you. Your neighbors will have an image about you. Your suppliers will have an image about you. So it's your job to create the right image. And the process of creating a right image is the personal branding process. There's so much to talk about personal branding. Maybe, when we and I talk together on any of the launcher program, I will help you understand that. Next, very important skill after this, it's called as wealth creation skills. Now, what happens? People know about wealth. People know about money. People know about salary, income, revenue, all those things. But very few people know about wealth. Now, what is wealth? Many people think, wealth means, having these assets and, having lots of money in the bank and those things. I mean, that is something, it's a vague idea. The real wealth is, having actually two things, having money and having time. When you have enough money and when you have time to, use that money or, enjoy that money, that time you can say that you have enough wealth. Now, people work really hard in their jobs. People work really hard in their businesses and they earn money, but they don't create wealth. And that is the difference between great leaders and normal people. Normal people work for money. The great leaders, they actually generate the wealth. When I work with people, I actually change their mindset. I tell them, how they can actually work maybe exactly the similar they are doing now, but, making those small minor changes to actually generate the wealth. Now, wealth creation is a very specific skill. Many people know about, earning money, earning revenue, but, sometimes they stuck with the idea of, financial freedom. Now, just to give you some simple tips, financial freedom you cannot achieve directly. There are a couple of stages that you have to go through. One of the stages like, financial security. Next step is financial independence. The next step is in like financial freedom. And you have to think your money in terms of all these steps: financial security, then the independence, and then the freedom. And when you have this thing, this puzzle solved, you will automatically see you are generating the wealth for you, not for you, for your family as well. So guys, think about this. Wealth creation is a skill. You need some specific mindset, specific changes in your, day-to-day life to make. And, there's some special things I will, tell you in one of the launchpad courses. But what happens? All these great leaders, not only they work hard, they work smart. They know where they can push to earn money, what they can do to create the financial security, how they can, go to the next level of security, that is financial independence, and the next level of that is financial freedom, where, they actually don't have to worry about money. And that is a great phase that, obviously we all should be there at the financial freedom phase. Now, the third parameter on this journey is called as negotiation skills. Now, everything that I have picked up here is carefully chosen skills, because there are 100 other skills, but these three primary skills will make the biggest impact on your earning or, attracting the growth opportunities or career progression and everything that you're looking for. If you're looking for, attract new clients, work with more good people, attract right sort of people, attract influencers, this is exactly the three things you need: personal branding, wealth creation, and negotiation skills. Now write this down, if you are taking notes. In your life, you don't get what you deserve. In your life, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. That exactly the reason, guys. We need to learn how to negotiate. Many times, let's say people who are looking for a salary, what they do, they go for this, yearly appraisal, they ask for a salary raise. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't get it. And maybe that is they get unhappy. They feel unhappy, like they're doing such a great job for the company, but company is not recognizing that potential. So that exactly is the time you should learn about negotiation skills. You're already working hard. So you can't work like from 7 hours to 10 hours or 20 hours. That is not going to give you the hike. What is going to give you the salary hike is the negotiation skills. If you're working in a business, you want to, form a joint venture with, new clients, or let's say you want to win a new client, you need negotiation skills. You probably have a very good product. You probably have, nice team working with you. But if you don't have these negotiation skills, you probably cannot open the, doors which are closed for you. And when you use the combination of these three skills, personal branding, wealth creation, and negotiation skills, as a combination of these three, you will start attracting right knowledge, right people, and right opportunities. And that exactly is, something, a phase that you all should be in. Now, I realized this thing, like many, many years ago, that, I cannot just work hard. I need to work smart. And when I started working, smart, that's where I started attracting right sort of people in my life. All these people from these Fortune 500 companies, they wanted, some help. That is the reason they come and started approaching me. Maybe if you get a chance, check my LinkedIn profile. You will see all those testimonials from many great people. Now, what happens, is uh, all these skills, they're simple, but they need some specific instruction, how you can utilize that thing. And I can help gain all those skills. And that exactly I do, in my nature of work. I love what I do. I love coaching. I love helping people. I love working with people, so that uh, I can see the progress going from, let's say they are stuck in their life, career, or business, and by working with me, they go to the next level where they can actually attract the right people, opportunities, and knowledge. That's something I do. So any given point, like no matter where you are right now and wherever you want to go, I can actually help you. The way I do that, is through my launchpad courses. Now, what happens is over the period of last 10, 12 years, I managed to work with, many different companies, many workshops I had, a couple of books I have written. Now, one very specific thing I learned out of that, that everybody in this world, they're looking for success and happiness. But there are very few people are smart enough to, take the action, take the help to go ahead. And asking for help is a smartness. It's not a weakness. Many people think like, if I ask somebody help, other people will think like, like I like you don't know something. It's not about that. When you ask something, actually that shows your interest to grow. You actually become an even bigger person, better person. Now, that exactly I do in my Launchpad courses. I help people in their career or life or business or, leadership, creating the wealth and those sorts of things. And the purpose of all those things is I want people to go ahead and become unstoppable in their life. So, guys, these are the primary skills I wanted to share. The Launchpad model, in which you can attract the right knowledge, attract the right people, and attract the right opportunities. And to do that, you need to work on your personal branding, wealth creation skills, and negotiation skills. Anything in your life that you want to achieve is actually part of that model. So, guys, I think this is the small session. I kept it crisp because I wanted you to like I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of knowledge. There are plenty of things we can discuss about, but something simple that you can use right away and start making a difference in your life. So once again, thank you so much for joining. I personally enjoyed, sharing this information with you because it's been past 12 plus years and I'm sharing this information. I work with this through nature of my work. I'm blessed with working with, all these great leaders in the world, people who own the multiple, like, multi-million businesses, or, people who are, looking for some higher level, working at some higher level in their, career positions or corporations. And all those skills which I just told you, this is like like summary of the all the necessary inputs they have given me. So I hope you have enjoyed this session. If you have any questions about any of the content that we shared, please feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to give you the additional information. And one very important thing, be unstoppable. Take care. Bye.